What the hell is going on with kids today, Stephen? Like, we were so much tougher than they are now.
Well, I know, and it sounds kind of old curmudgeon-y to say that, but it is true. And one thing, I don't believe for a second that there were neo-Nazis who did a poop swastika, okay? It'd be like, I mean, listen, they love the swastika. That's like their flag. I love the American flag. I wouldn't make a poop flag. Why? It's so clearly something that some social justice warrior, like, I know, I'll make a swastika out of feces, see?
Well, you know what,
buy
though? You bring up something interesting, because if there was a poop swastika, why did nobody take a picture of it? You telling me that somebody from Black Lives Matter, and that seems to be more of an anti-Semitic slur.
Yes.
Nobody took a picture?
Well, two things, okay? Because a poop swastika is a result of one of two things. Somebody took great pain and paid extra attention to detail to form a swastika out of fecal matter, okay? In which case, that warrants a picture. Or two, it is an act of a racist god that somehow it just came out that way, in which case it also warrants a picture. Either way, there would be photographic evidence if this actually happened. It would be like Bigfoot. With college campuses, listen, this has been going on for a long time. Like Berkeley, when I was there, had the Free Speech Circle. I've said this on the show. The Free Speech Circle is America. If you need a free speech circle on your public campus, you don't deserve any public dollars because you're violating people's rights. The irony here, you talked about it, this lady, who, by the way, it's so funny that she's a woman, right? She's probably a feminist professor who needs a man to bring me some muscle. Can you bring me some muscle?
Yes.
I just find that hilarious because she's a weak little feminist who probably will get shoved out of the way, even by this Asian guy who seemed very demure and kind. But she teaches media, and she has no understanding of the First Amendment. He's a student there. So not only is he possibly a taxpayer, I don't know, he may not work, he's a student, but he's certainly a student paying dues, and he's there, he's not being violent, and she doesn't understand the freedom of the press. It's so beyond parody at this point, Dana. I think the pendulum is hopefully, I always think that. I always think the pendulum is going to swing back the other way, but seeing, I was amazed that there were enough stupid people to lock arms to block the press. I mean, that's still, you've got to have a few dozen, maybe a couple hundred, functionally retarded people. I didn't know there were that many left.